Is it an excuse? Okay. So shout out to everybody that's here, moderators, members, you know. And we're gonna get into it. Let's go ahead and get a shout outs. Everybody's here. Harambe, excuse me. Tanner, the real OG, Naima, what's going on, True. K Nicole, Sean, Burn 85, William, Sasha Wesley, Gerard, Willie Beeman, 757 Primetime, Clifford Jones, Amani, O'Shea, Duke Jackson, Nick, Humble Beast, let's see, Jay Wolf, Renee, LD. Hold on a second, people. All right, I'm back, people. I'm back. Let's see. Hold on. Shout out to, hold on. Shout out to Clifford with the super chat. Let's hear the truth, brother. Appreciate that, Clifford. Shout out to Nick for becoming a member. Shout out to Nick for becoming a member. Shout out to Nick for becoming a member. I appreciate that, man. We gonna get into it. I think that's. Oh, I think there's some people I didn't shout out. Let me go ahead and shout them out. Rachel, the Good Nurse, Nick, Jermaine, T Malone, William, Time Bandit, Black and Proud, Fat Baby, Ayo, Black King, Hakeem, Kazama, Devon, DT Artman, Joseph, Wayne, J. Raquel, or AKA Kelly May. I think that's everybody right now. Book Outer Case, what's good? Make sure y'all like the stream so we can get this started. I want to say this. I have been keeping up with what's been going on with the Joshua Brown situation. I didn't do a live stream on it. I'm not going to do a video on it. But it seems like this could have been a drug deal going bad. that could be the case, and it could not be a conspiracy like people to make it out to be. Some people are just very flawed, no matter the good deeds that we do. What's good, Ill Wills? James, what's up? Let's get the likes up. I know a lot of y'all probably aren't regular viewers of me, you know. What's good, Malik? We're going to talk about women rejecting 50-50 relationships. Is it an excuse? We're going to get into that. And I definitely have my thoughts on it. I think I spoke about it in the previous stream that I did. And I talked about I'm not one of those 50-50 guys because I'm a bit of a control freak as far as getting stuff paid and stuff done. I'm not going to wait for you to have your half of the rent or your half of the light bill. That's just not somebody, that's not who I am. You know, what's good, grown man business? I'm not one of those, give me your half, I got my half, you got your half. That is you having basically a roommate. Pretty much. You know? But I will say this though. That doesn't mean that I'm going to spoil a female. It doesn't mean I'm going to take her on a bunch of different vacations. I'm going to buy her, jewelry and take her on shopping sprees a lot. That's not going to be the case at all. Okay? Except for maybe a birthday or a holiday. But, if you don't want 50-50, that's fine. But you need to find some way to, if there are things that you want to get, you're going to have to pay for it on your own. If you are somebody that likes to purchase someone else's hair, then you would have to go pay for it yourself. Don't come to me. Okay? Don't come to me. I mean, come on. I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm taking care of everything, why are you still coming to me for this? You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, though. If you are a young couple, and you're making it work, he's working, you're working, and it's 50-50, I have no problem with that. If you're trying to make it together, let's say that both of you moved into a place together and y'all taking care of things together, I ain't got no problem with that either. But in a situation where you are a guy who financially you're in a good place, and let's say financially she's in a good place, you're going to handle the things that need to be taken care of. But in regards to the things that she wants, she's going to have to take care of those things. Shout out to Terrell. Appreciate that. Now, I know my thinking may be different than other people's. But again, I'm 30. I'm not, if I was, 25 or 23, maybe my thinking would be different. But when you get to different stages of your life, you have to think about, where you have to pretty much be the leader. You have to be out front. You got to make the important decisions that's going to put you in the best situations, and you have to be a man that wants to get things done. You want to get things done, man. And that's what I hope people understand. If you don't want to date a woman, if it's not 50-50, then fine, be single. Just that easy. You can't rely, if you don't want to be in a half and half relationship, you could just be single. You can casually date. You don't have to make a commitment to somebody, but if you're making a commitment to them, then you have to take ownership of the relationship. Now, if she's ungrateful, if she's somebody who, for the most part, doesn't respect you, you can kick her to the curb. Just like that. Shout out to James Martin checking in from Chicago. Keep speaking the truth. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. But I'm just telling you, man, if a woman has to work paycheck to paycheck to make sure bills are getting paid, man, that's not going to be a happy situation, especially if you're not one of those guys she's willing to bend over backwards to, take care of. You know what I'm saying? Because women, there are certain guys that women will do anything for. They will work 2, sometimes 3 jobs to make sure they can take care of all the bills on their own, because they know pretty much the guy that they're with, he either can't get no job or he don't want to work, or he owes a ton of child support. So the majority of his money goes towards paying that off. So he really don't have nothing left over to contribute to the household like that, because he got car payments, he got the cell phone bill, plus he got to pay, child support to his baby mamas. They're taking it out of his check. Can't even file a tax return. I know dudes who can't even file a tax return because it's going to go straight to the government for unpaid child support. So yes, we know women are willing to work to take care of grown men, a lot of them. If they like that person, if they like that person enough, they will work from morning to night to take care of the household bills. This is why we get such shitty customer service. We get such bad customer service because you have a lot of unhappy women who are working multiple jobs to not only take care of their kids, but to take care of some grown ass man, even help him on his bills. He can't even make his car note. He having trouble paying his child support, keeping his cell phone on. Got the most expensive plan he can get. And guess who's helping him pay it? She is. And that's where we are with this. In these type of relationships, the half and halves, I truly believe that women know the type of quality of guy that they're around. He doesn't have to dress a certain type of way. He doesn't have to wear a bunch of jewelry. He doesn't have to, walk around, like he, financially, he can do so much. Women can sense a guy who can take accountability. They can sense a guy who has leadership qualities, and I think that's intimidating to certain women. So they're more comfortable dating guys who are not leaders. These guys are heavily reliant on women to take care of them. And there are women who are comfortable in those situations because to them it's less intimidating. Yes, women get intimidated by those type of guys. That's why they keep dating the losers. This is why they're getting on social media talking about leveling up. Oh, you want to level up now? I thought you would have tried to level up years ago. Why are you trying to level up at age 40? Age 45? Age 50? You don't want a half and half situation. Okay. Well, choose a man who's willing to take, willing to take the lead. Be assertive. Why are you so comfortable dating this type of guy? Why is that so comfortable? And then when those relationships continue to fail, they end up blaming all men, talking about how men are broke. Men are not leaders. We're this and that. It's our fault why they can't choose better men. And that's why, I'm titling this about, is this an excuse? Because I know that for me, I think for some of these women, it is an excuse. But I do think the majority of women do not want to be in 50-50 relationships for the fact that they still have that, back in the day mindset of, a man should be taking care of a woman. But because these women have gone through the college system, I call it a system. They've gone through college, they're in corporate America, or they're working at a job that that pays them okay or pays them good, they gain this mindset of independence. They don't need a man, you know, and they become hypocrites because you want that independent. You want to be independent. Okay. You want to be independent, but you still want a man to take care of you. And I think that's where the problem is because it's almost like it's an internal battle with who they want to be, but they choose to be the one that can't get a man or can't keep one. They can get one, but can't keep one. And it's usually because they get tired of the guy not being able to financially, do better in that situation, and help for the most part, And until women figure out who they are, they're going to continue to have that internal battle, and they continue to have failing relationship after failing relationship because they don't know what they want to be. 1 minute they want to be feminine. 1 minute they want to be in a traditional relationship. Then the next minute they talk about they don't need a man, and men are dogs, men cheat, lie, the same old, This is exactly why I want people to understand. Until women understand who they are and what they want, they're not going to be able to level up. They're not going to do better. You have to choose one or the other. You can't be both. You can't have this feminist mindset, but then want a traditional relationship. It's not going to work. Or you're going to have to settle for a guy who can't bring anything to the table. That's what you're going to have to settle for. You're going to have to settle for a guy who you're going to have to financially, it's going to be a 50-50 relationship. That's what it's going to be, man. Even though you have women getting good advice from other women, they will still not utilize it because they don't want to give up that independent woman status, They have a bunch of friends who are single. They can't keep a man. And because of that, they want to keep up this front of, keep your standards high. That's why I'm single. No, it's because you don't think your friends are going to appreciate you being with a guy who's assertive, a guy who's making the decisions. And so you tend to shy away from those men. Let's be real. Because if you and your friends are used to dating weak men, financially weak, emotionally weak, that's all y'all used to. If one of you decides to get a guy who's willing to be to carry the financial burden of the relationship, and he's basically in control, she's listening to him, she is being the quote unquote submissive wife, then her friends are going to look at her like she's crazy. And that's why they are single. That's why they can't keep a man, because they're constantly trying to police who each other is dating. And I see these women get on social media and they're complaining about how it's the men that need to change. It's the men that need to step their game up. What about you? You need to figure out who you are. You need to figure out what you want. You still ain't figured that out yet. You still don't have the identity. You're still struggling to choose whether you want to be in a submissive relationship with your husband, or you want to be the masculine woman in a relationship where you're calling the shots, where you're in control. You gotta choose one. It can't be both. Women want to do both. You can't. It's not gonna work. It's that internal conflict. You know what I'm saying? The internal conflict. It's everybody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? No, it's your fault because you refuse to look in the mirror and not care what your friends are doing. Your friends are giving you bad advice. This is why I tell y'all, women sabotage each other when it comes to relationships. When they are unhappy, they want you to be unhappy. So when they see you're with a man who's dominant, a man who has, I'm gonna say strict, but a man who is more in control of the household, you got women that's gonna be upset about that. They're gonna be upset about that. So I know that a lot of times you can see how a relationship dynamic is. Like I have seen a couple, right? A guy and a female. I can tell watching their body language who's more in control of that relationship. So who's more masculine in the relationship? You can just tell. You could just tell who is the decision maker. You can tell who is the breadwinner just by their body language. You know why? Because she's probably walking next to him like, she's his mother and he's her kid. No confidence, shoulder slumped, And she's walking around full of attitude because she knows she got to work hard to take care of this guy. Now, in regards to 50-50, I have no issue with people wanting that because, again, those can work if both people, again, are starting out together, young people, and they're looking to build with each other. They committed to building with each other and they want to go 50-50. If that's what they choose to do, that's what they choose to do. I just think that when you're at certain stages of your life, you got to figure out what's important. You got to figure out what's important. Or you want to build together? Do you want to stay in mediocrity? Or do you want to build something? I don't know if you're in your 40s or almost in your 50s and you're talking about going half and half. I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe it'll work, but again, older women are very stubborn. And as a guy, good luck with that. Especially if she has a stubborn mindset. I don't know if that's going to work, broski. I don't know if that's going to work. It may work for you, Maybe it'll work for you. But if you are a man and you value respect, you value a woman who wants to be led, and not question you, you're gonna seek to be pretty much the guy who is taking care of the household bills or whatnot, because you want her to look up at you, not down at you. A lot of guys, they get in situations where the women are looking down at them, or she's standing shoulder to shoulder and she has absolutely no respect for him. Again, this is, I would say it could be individually based, but you just never know. You just never know. That's why you got to be very careful, man, the women that y'all commit to. Again, you don't have to be in a relationship with a female if 50-50 isn't good enough for you. The same thing with women. If you're with the guy who is not committed to being the guy financially in a relationship, you have every right to not be with him. But you have to understand, are you building together, or if it's a situation where y'all are just, what it is. Like if you don't see no future with that guy, of course you don't want no 50-50 with him because you don't see no future with him. Shout out to Shy. Agree with the subject, Jay. Go hard on these SJWs. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I mean, listen. If a guy's willing to be the breadwinner, then you're going to have to be willing to also financially support yourself too, because it's not his responsibility now to fund your lifestyle either. So you got to take that into consideration as well. And I truly believe that all of this, the media, movies and TV shows, it tries to empower women to think that they're more dominant than men, that they somehow have, that they should seek to be the masculine energy in the relationship. And that's just not the case. That's not the case. But they're selling this to women because they know that women are very impressionable. And not all, but there are a lot of women who are, and they use pop culture. They use reality TV, and they use these female, singers, rappers, or whatever, entertainers, to push a narrative that you really should be against, because it's not good for you. It's not good to think that you're superior to a man. It's okay for a woman to be, knocking around all these men, but let a guy do that to a female in the film, they're going to go crazy. But they claim they want equality. But they claim they want equality. But they're selling these women the notion that, hey, you should never settle for being submissive to your husband or submitting to his leadership. Not necessarily submitting yourself to him, but submitting yourself to the leadership. If you marry the guy, you're going to have his last name. If you end up marrying a guy, you're going to have his last name. You're submitting by name. But again, when you have a group of women that are always upset and angry because the men that they've dated all failed them in some way, they're gonna look to all of you, not all you, but all of her other female friends and say, hey, this is exactly why we either are running the relationship or we're not in at all, or he takes care of us, but still demand our respect. That's that hypocrisy. But some of them don't even realize, it's hypocrisy. Shout out to everybody that's here. I think I said about enough. Let me go ahead and put this number in here so y'all can call in. And let's keep the phone calls brief, people, because I may have to pause one of you to say, hey, and get to the next caller. Yeah, let's get the likes up, people, too. We got 200 in here. Let's get the likes up. Hopefully y'all checked out my video earlier today. I posted on another channel. Put it in the chat. All right, true. Because I want a lot of females to understand. What's good, Medley? I want a lot of people to understand, man. Men don't have to be in relationships. They really don't. Shout out to Dollar Washer. What's good, man? You live.
Hey, what's good, Jay? What's good, Jay? It's me, Saliba.
What's good, Saliba?
Not much. I just want to talk on the 50-50 thing. As I said in the chat, like, I live in New Jersey, and, cost of living out here is high as hell. Everything's expensive. Car insurance is expensive. Like, it's tough to be the breadwinner in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell the guys that live up here, like, if you want to be the leader, just understand that you may even have to work 2 jobs to even be the breadwinner up here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell a woman, like you said, if you want a certain lifestyle, hey, get a job. Pay your own, pay for your clothes, your expensive clothes you want and all that stuff, because living here in New Jersey, like, that 1-bedroom apartments are like $1,400. You know what I'm saying? car insurance out here is like $150 a month. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's why I was saying the last time you were talking about this, like, a lot of guys got to understand, to be the leader, it's draining to be the leader. Like, women don't understand, like, being a leader is easier said than done. Like, and that's why I think a lot of guys like being single, because women don't understand. They want you to be the leader, be the leader, be the leader. Okay, you be the leader. You don't understand how hard it is to be the leader.
Yeah. I think they understand now. That's why they be so angry and frustrated, you know?
yeah. They understand now. And that's why I told a woman last week, I'm like, yo, it's hard. It's easier said than done to be the leader. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to keep it brief, you know what I'm saying? I know you said keep it brief, so I'm going to keep it brief. That's basically all I want to say.
Okay. Sleeve, I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
All right, man. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. Shout out to Sleeve for calling in. All right. All right. Put the number back in here. Up. Oh, let me go back up here. You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man? This is Anthony. How you doing?
What's good, man?
Yeah, I was listening to the last caller. I was actually going to piggyback off something he said. I remember I had an ex one time that told me, she was like, I'm more of a man than you could ever be. I'm like, all right, cool.
Wow.
I let her take that leadership for a week.
Yeah. Yes, it's easy till they have to do it, you know? Are you there?
But yeah, but she tried to say, I enjoyed that vacation. She was like, so what are you going to, how do I do this? How you going? Nope. After that, from this point on, you can talk to her to this day. Even though we ain't together, she'll look up like, nah, I'm a woman. I'm going to stay in a woman's place. Sometimes you got to let them learn. Just have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoy your content, bro. I just want to say thank you for what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay?
All right. Yeah, I'm going to donate Super Chat next time.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right, take care, bro.
All right, you too. Shout out to him, the brother, calling in. All right. Okay. All right, you're live with Jada Black. What's up?
Yo, what's good, Jay, man?
What's good, man?
Yeah, once again, you know, I gotta agree with you, man. You know, when you brought up the fact of you know, their friends get mad because you know, they're in a happy relationship and they're not. You know, you basically just gotta watch some women. I ain't gonna say all women, but some women are very, very highly influenced by the things around them, whether that's social media, their friends, TV, music, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They base their thoughts about relationships and marriage and all that stuff not off of real examples, but some shit that they seen on excuse me, kind of watch my language. Right. Some stuff that they see on TV or in the movies or in music or whatever. You know, and that's the problem right there. You know, like, stop looking at all these people and thinking that, you know, that like relationship, like a lot of these girls be talking about relationship goals and all this other stuff, but they fail to realize that, you know, a lot of those relationships they looking up to, some BS be going down behind closed doors you don't even know about. You know, he could be abusive to her. Like, he could be verbally or physically abusive to her. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just feel like if a women need to understand that if you want a relationship to work with a real man, not a beta male, not a simp, not blue pill, I'm talking about a real man that knows who he is and is confident in himself, you're going to have to be Luigi. All right, you gonna have to be player 2, and I'm gonna be Mario. All right, this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you know, like the caller said beforehand. You know, these women, they just need to know their role in society, and there's no problem with being number 2. You know, there's plenty of benefits being number 2. But, you know, you can't be number 1 in a relationship. There's just no way that relationship is going to work. Now, there are some guys that be like, oh, well, I don't mind a woman taking a lead. And usually those guys, they'll be the ones that get disrespected by their girl and and maybe even get cheated on by their girl. You know, they be on some Mario whine and shit. I don't want to know. You know, those be the type of guys that are okay with, you know, being in the background, you know what I'm saying, and not, you know, taking the lead of the household. You know, and if that's what you want to do, that's cool. You feel me? But, you know, most real men are not going to go for that. And women need to stop listening to their friends and stop listening to all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that ain't reality. You know what I'm saying? The reality is, if you want a relationship or a marriage to last, you have to let the man be the forefront of it. He has to lead. You know, it's just like I said a couple of days ago when I called. There was I still can't remember his name, but there was a dude on Love and Hip Hop that was just like, when a man gets a relationship with a woman, he wants to feel wanted. He wants to feel needed. So you have to let him take that leadership role. You have to take control, because if you don't, you know, he just feels like there's no point in him being there. You know, men are naturally providers. You know, we want to provide for, you know, our family and stuff. We can't do that when you got girls like K. Michelle, and you got chicks out here that like Gabrielle Union and Aisha Curry telling these girls that you don't need to do that. You can be the superwoman that you want to be in a relationship. You can do, and all those guys all those chicks I just named off, they're in a relationship. Those guys are the same guys you was explaining. They all shoulders slumped over. You know, they mad. You know what I'm saying? But they can't do nothing because they already locked in. They married, they got kids, and they know if they leave, it's over for them. They taking everything. But, you know, I just want to end it on this, man. You know, just girls just need to just, you know, stop with the BS, stop with the feminism. You know what I'm saying? And y'all need to throw that pill up, because a lot of y'all done swallowed that and there ain't no going back. But some of y'all kind of got it down your throat a little bit. You know how you swallow something, you can still spit it back. That's what some of y'all girls need to do. Y'all need to spit that shit right back. You know what I'm saying? And realize that a real relationship. In a real relationship, a man has to be upfront, man. But, you know, you said keep it brief, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I love the content you're putting out there.
Thanks.
And you know what it is, man. Red pill all day.
Red pill all day, man. Appreciate it. Shout out to you, man.
No problem.
All right. My favorite callers. One of my favorite callers. I had a nickname for him. I just couldn't remember it. One of my favorite callers. What's good, Ms. Holmes? I see you in the chat. But yeah, man, red pill all day. Because, you know, you got some people that don't like the term red pill. Well, we live. Taking some more phone calls. All right. You live with Jada Black. What's good?
Oh, what's up, Jada Black? This Joe from St. Louis.
What's good, man?
Shit, nothing. How you be?
I'm good, man.
Oh, well, I know you said keep it brief, so I just wanted to say a couple of things.
All right.
The first thing dudes have to realize, like, and this is like based off of science or whatever, after a girl get with so many dudes or whatever, she can't purblind anymore. So the fact that you try to pursue a relationship with her or make it so whatever, it's not gonna end well no matter what. Just because I guess shit, a science and emotion or whatever. And another thing too, I'm listening to these dudes talking in, and I ain't trying to disrespect nobody or nothing, but they sound timid as hell. Like
they sound what? Hold on, they sound what?
Like timid, like they scared to talk or whatever.
No, they wasn't timid. Last caller wasn't timid at all. He wasn't timid.
Well,
Shout
yeah,
to Jessica. Right.
But no, I'm saying like the stuff they be saying as far as like taking disrespect from women and shit like that. Like, if you is there certain aspects of your life where you just not supposed to be weak at? Like, you can't really demand respect like okay, if I got a girl and I'm fat and out of shape, how am I gonna be the leader when she looking at me like I'm less than her? Like, and there's no disrespect to obese people or whatever, but if you're not commanding like respect in all aspects of your life, you can't really lead a woman. Like, me and my girl was talking about this a couple of days ago. I had asked, I said, why you be, as far as like listening to what I say and all this type of stuff, why do you do it? Like, first thing she told me was because she wanted to make me happy and wanted to satisfy me and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about like a dictatorship or nothing like that, but I'm saying as far as coexisting and trusting my decisions and stuff like that. She say she go with it because I'm confident and she believe in what I'm, you know, as far as what I'm trying to accomplish and stuff like that. So I just wanted to tell these dudes, like, y'all got to, it go beyond just like just being in shape. You got to be masculine in all aspects of life. Like, instead of like, if you go to the store and you make a grocery list, don't say, oh honey, what do you want? What do you want? You say, when I make this list, tell me what you want. You don't put it on the list, you ain't getting it. You got to be authoritative in like all aspects of whatever you do. That's just, I mean, it sounds dumb, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Like, niggas, I got to stop. Like, okay, like, one more thing. Like, if you say, let's go to the movie, if you talking about the movie, let's say, let's go to the movies on Friday. Don't say, oh, babe, do you think we should go to the movie? Don't ask, just say, see what she say. And I'm gonna be honest, like, I done been around. You get more respect from a woman when you basically not command, but you lead her to agree on what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the input. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Shout out to y'all for calling in. That is one thing I've heard a lot of women say. They want a man who's assertive, a man who's gonna put his foot down. You know, they like that. They appreciate that. A man who's willing to take the lead, make the decisions. You know, be a quick thinker. Not be like, oh, what you want to do? What you want to do? I don't know what you want to do. We talked about it, but I don't know. That's the one thing I hear a lot of women say. They want a guy that is assertive, quick thinker. You're live with Jada Black. What's good?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Tony from Illinois.
What's good, man?
Hey, I have a lot of respect for some of the things that the brothers were saying before, but the last video that I watched from you was the one about K. Michelle. And the thing is that what a lot of men have to understand is that you have to really ignore women like that. If a woman is not willing to respect you, or if a woman is trying to tell you that she has these certain standards, like what she was speaking of, like you just have to walk away from that. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying that women shouldn't have standards, but a lot of women like that, they have to learn how to be ready for relationships before they, you know, start dating. And if they're so damaged, or if they dealt with a lot of bad relationships, they just need to learn how to. They need to learn how to fix themselves before they even pursue a relationship, because they could damage that person that they're getting into a relationship with. But when it comes to like certain men, like certain individuals, I believe when it comes to seeking a woman or even trying to pursue a relationship, it's not really about trying to. You should want to have a woman that's willing to respect you. It's not something that actually needs to be earned. It's just something that a woman, I believe, is supposed to give anyway. You know, so if a woman is not willing to respect you, just leave the relationship.
Right.
You know, that's just how I feel. Like there's no reason to try to fight for a woman's respect. Like, if she's not willing to give it to you, just honestly, you should have seen that red flag from the beginning. But if she's not willing to give it to you, it's best to just leave. You know, and
Yeah.
Maybe work on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make sure you know what you need to do to be a man.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I just wanted to say that, man. But much respect to your relationship. I mean, not relationship. But much respect to your channel.
All right. All
right, man. And thanks for taking the call.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for calling in, man. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Yep.
Shout out to the caller. Say much appreciation to my relationship. Well, I do have a relationship with this channel. Me and this channel has a relationship that goes deep. Couple years. Hey, Elizabeth, this is the number here. This is the number. Call in. You're live with Jada Black. What's good?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Mello. I'm Mello Bird Dreamer.
What's good, Mello? It's good that you called in.
I'm excited.
Yeah, finally got to hear your voice. What's up? What's going on?
Yeah. I wanted to confirm what the last caller and the previous caller said about a man being a man and having the woman's respect. It's very true. Mm-hmm. My very first boyfriend, I married him.
Okay.
I did respect him, but I lost respect for him after he cheated, and I forgave him. But he lied and continuously done it over and over again, and I lost respect for him, and the marriage completely broke apart immediately. So when I dated afterwards, he was the complete opposite. Extremely friendly, very nice guy, but he never took control. He always wanted me to make the decisions. And one day it dawned on me, I was like, I don't think I like this. I want someone who can make decisions without relying on me all of the time.
Right.
I went 2 years later and dated a new man. He always is like, we're doing this. We're going to do this next. And he's very smart. And I trust him. And I tell him as much as I can, I respect you because you take charge. You don't shy away from the leadership position. And like, he already kind of proposed to me already. So like, I'm really excited. I am willing to listen to him, and I do pretty much like whatever he wants because I have so much respect for him. We have mutual respect in each other.
Right.
So I just wanted to confirm that it's very important for a woman to have your respect. If you don't have that from her, it's not going to get really far at all.
Yeah, that's what.
Even no matter how no matter how nice you are to her, she's not going to.
Yeah. Listen, if you're too nice, she's going to resent you even more. She's going to see you as weak. Guys don't understand this. You know, they don't understand why women, like, you can talk a certain way to a woman and she has respect for you because you're being honest instead of, you know, just lying to her, telling her what she wants to hear. Because eventually she's going to see that you're not being truthful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, the very nice guy, he was telling me things I want to hear. He was very blue pill, like extremely blue pill. And, you know, I was like, I don't know. I just can't deal with this. I'm just putting it nicely. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. Yeah. Like, I need you to take charge, please. Yeah, you needed
somebody to step into the driver's seat, right?
Yeah. And as far as women not wanting 50-50, yeah, I can see why some people feel one way or another. I usually don't mind paying bills, but it's going to be 50-50. I understand that if, you know, women can work now, so I do pitch in.
Right.
You know, I don't believe that one person should just do one thing. So I kind of on that spectrum. Like, I'm going to put in my work, but I'm not doing all of it, and he should do all of it.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. You know? So I appreciate your perspective, Mello. All right?
All right.
All
right. Bye.
Bye. Shout out to Mello for calling in with that perspective from her. First female caller of the night. Is there going to be any more ladies calling in? That's proof, man. If you women, there are women who don't want all of that on their shoulders. No matter what the media tells them, what their friends tell them, they want somebody to take the pressure off of them, you know. Because if you're somebody they can step on, man, they're gonna stomp on you. If you allow them to step on you, they gonna stomp on you, man. And she can be the nicest girl in the world, the most submissive girl in the world. If she sees that you're willing to back down, oh man, you're gonna see a side of her you probably never seen before. That's why women need to stop supporting this feminist bullshit. If you want men to take care of you and take care of the responsibilities, you got to stop supporting the propaganda, you know? But if women are out here talking about, well, we want equality, okay, go get you a 50-50 relationship and let's see how equal it is. Just like I said in the previous stream I did, let's see how equal things are when things need to be fixed around the house, the car need to be fixed. You know, who you gonna call? You know, that'll be me. You gonna be calling me saying, hey, you know, I need you to fix something. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we equal. This 50-50. You need to get in there, watch a YouTube tutorial, and learn how to fix it yourself, Miss 50-50. Miss, I'm equal to you. You go in there and fix it. You go fix it. I ain't fixing nothing. Or you calling Miller? Okay. So, all these feminists, all these women talking about they can do anything a man can do. Okay, then prove it to me. Go cut the grass. Go trim those bushes. Okay, go do that. When it's about 100 degrees outside, go grab that lawnmower. Go. You know? You're live with Jada Black. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up?
Hey, man, I just wanted to jump on to throw my 2 cents in here real quick.
All right.
Something that I noticed, you know, when you were talking about, like, women that, you know, how they don't respect you, you know, when you don't take charge and all that. The funny thing is, there's some of them out there that they actually seek out weak men.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they actually want.
Mm-hmm.
Like the caller before, she was talking about how she didn't want that. She didn't appreciate when, you know, men would be weak, and she wanted a man to take charge. Mm-hmm. Some of them actually want that. They want control. Like, they want a weak man that they can just tell them, hey, do this, do that, run him around. And, you know, the minute he has any kind of balls, then, you know, they basically, you're going to see that side from them pretty much at that point, you know. So it's some different type of women out there, too.
Yeah. Oh, of
those
course.
are kind that you don't want, though.
Yeah, there are women out there, man. They do seek out women. You can tell. Just look at their history of the guys that they date. They're all similar, you know, underneath her, you know.
Right. Them are the kind that basically when they have a dude that take charge, they run from that. Like that masculine energy. They actually don't want that around them.
No.
That intimidates them.
Yeah.
Because they got a need to just be in control of everything. It's a you know, I think it's a disorder, really.
It has to be. It has to be something like that.
Women ain't naturally built like that, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. That's definitely a disorder.
I think usually what I notice is like it'll be something in their life that happened to them, like, you know, something traumatized them or something like that, where they feel like they gotta control everything, you know, and you know that ain't realistic.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like some of my recent videos I've been bringing up the childhood trauma that some of these women go through and how it affects their dating life, and they tend to steer clear of certain guys that are too masculine. You know what I'm saying? You know, they need somebody who's
yeah. Exactly. It's like what do you call it? Like they overcompensate for it, you know? Yeah. But them the real broken ones. You don't want no part of that, you know.
Nah, that'll be no, you know.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, all right, I appreciate it, Jay. Though I just, I definitely wanted to chime in on that because, like I said, I've seen that, one too many times. I personal experience. I had, I dated a couple of them, and realized that. So,
yeah, Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate the perspective. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
All right. Cool, man. Thanks.
Yep.
Shout out to him for calling in. All right, Miss Holmes, I'll see you on the next one. Jessica said, I didn't get to say hi to you earlier. Apologies, I had to part. That's all right, Jessica. At least you're here now amongst family, okay? At least you're here now, But yeah, man, like, if there are women out there that, like, fuck it, we want 50-50 relationships, we want equality, okay, well, you can do the equal work, Got no problem with that. I can just kick my feet up while you out here doing yard work, doing housework, fixing stuff. Hey, washing the car, you know what I'm saying? Go into detail the car. If you want to do all that, go do it, Make sure the tires are cleaned off real good, the rims, have the extra shine on them. Make sure you, get the right stuff to do that with, yeah. Also, if you have a dog, you can go walk the dog. You go do that too. While I sit and chill. Because there are women out there, man, they want, like I said, I ain't got nothing against people wanting 50-50 relationships. If that's what you want, that's what you chose. That's the life you chose. Especially if you want to build with that person, because people rarely these days want to build with each other. I think women, there are women who just, they're not trying to build nothing. They want everything ready made. But you got to make sure what's good, Charm? Make sure you're in the right mindset. Go fix the garage door, right? Yeah, I've noticed, man, there are women who will walk the fuck away from you if you're too masculine, you're too, headstrong. They're like, I can't do this. You're abusive. But it's like, it's better than what you're used to. What you're used to ain't been good for you. Yeah, fix a flat tire. Yep. Yeah, I know medley does take time, and that's why I said, like, if you're building with each other, it's going to be 50-50. But if it's a situation of you want that guy to somehow create something while you're with him, and you're like, okay, we'll be 50-50 for a little while, but pretty soon you're going to have to start making more than me. And it's like, can't have that mindset. And I've noticed that men who can financially support themselves and take care of themselves, women will feel some type of way towards us as if we are the enemy, giving us nicknames, saying that we're the problem. We're not fixing the community. It ain't our job to fix the community. It's our job to fix ourselves, Mm-hmm. Yeah, but shout out to everybody that's here. I think that might be all for the calls, I think I've said enough, Put enough out there. But salute to everybody that's here, man. On this midweek edition of the show. But I genuinely hope that everybody here could find a piece of happiness in life. I think that we all should be able to find happiness, whether we're single, whether we're in relationships. We should be able to find that. You know? I'm not one of those people that's bitter, because there's too much life to be lived to be bitter, to be angry at the world. And I've seen how people, they get bitter and angry at the world for literally, you know, certain situations that they've been in. But we all have issues. We all have problems, you know, problems that we can overcome. It takes us wanting to overcome them. You know? Let's see. That Medley go. There you go, Medley. But no, it's true. Like, because I'm a guy who has lived off energy my whole life, I notice when, my moods and how it can get me feeling a certain type of way. I think people here genuinely, I see you, Ocean, genuinely should seek out happiness wherever it may be. Wherever it may be, you know? I think we all should. You know? It's good, Atom. Instead of seeking confrontation and seeking to be angry, we can all just choose to be single. We can just choose to be to ourselves. You know, no relationships, no marriage, just to ourselves, and that can be our choice, you know? That's how I am. RZ, you need to choose better. You choose better, you won't have to be explaining what you like, you know? But all of us can find happiness. This is a big world, man. You can get out, you can travel, you can move. I'm going to tell you something. Moving to different states or different cities will change your perspective. You won't feel as down and hurt and depressed because you're in a different situation, you know? You're around different people, not people who've disappointed you, people that you have grown accustomed to seeing every day, surroundings you see every day. There's always a way to find happiness in whatever it is you seek to do. Being honest with yourself is one of them, you know? I get frustrated at times. I get angry. I'm a very intense guy. I can become very intense because I want to do good. I want to be successful. You know, I want to make the people around me, you know, proud of what I'm doing, you know, whatever, you know, no matter how I'm feeling, you know, it's all about me putting out the best content I can and hopefully reaching somebody, you know. That's what it's all about, you know. That's really what it's all about. And I know that we got some new people subscribed to the channel. Shout out to y'all. You know, if you're new to the channel, shout yourself out in the chat room. Let me know that you are here. You know? Let me know you are here. JR must be the Pisces passion. I don't know. It's just how I've always been. I always had that perspective. Empathy. You know, empathy has always been something, a part of my DNA. I can't help it. But that doesn't mean that I'm the type to forgive all the time. I'm very cut and dry when it comes to that. You know? You give people opportunities. If they disappoint you, then that's it. You know? Because you have to cut them off, because if you don't, then they're going to become an Achilles heel of weakness. You know? They're going to be drawn to you because you can't let them go. Trucker Marv. Chanel, you said that you're new to the channel. Okay, well, shout out to you, Chanel. Hopefully you subscribed and hit the notification bell. Okay. And shout out to all the good peoples who decide to subscribe here. I'm all about having conversations. You know, some may be uncomfortable, some may be very comfortable. Some may be very comfortable, you know. Yes, it is. Especially, okay, cool, Chanel. Especially with me, because I can feel the energy around me, and I can't help it. Yeah. Turbo Man says I'm new here. I'm here, Jay. A year and counting, bro. Okay, cool, Turbo Man. Appreciate that. All right. I see people with the thumbs up. Red pill for life. I hear you. I sub due to the uncomfortable convo. Okay, well, that's cool, Chanel. That's good. It lets me know that, you know, what I've been trying to do works. It's all about getting people uncomfortable. People tell me that my titles can be cringy. But that's the point, you know. That's the point. People are not going to care if it ain't cringy. You know? If people will look past it. If it's something they've seen a million times, they're going to look past it, you know. But I'm not intentionally trying to be that way. It's how I can explain what the conversation is going to be about. Because every video on live stream is a conversation that is extended into the comment section, or is extended into the chat room, or is extended when people call in. Oh. I mean, just look at how, you know, the topics was a couple years ago. They hit the wall. Y'all know that topic tends to really either intrigue women or bother women. The title about hitting the wall. Because the wall is pretty much based on the dating market and who's left. You know, who's left. Who's, you know, struggling when it comes to dating, you know, is because a lot of men just feel like they aren't worth the long term or marriage as far as long term is concerned, you know. You know, for a ripple philosophy, better yourself, stay on your purpose, anything like your heart, good answer. Okay, Elizabeth. Yo, when he said post wall, I scream. Appreciate that, Gregory. The win between us and believing feminism. Well, they're going through high school. Their body changes, Turbo Man, and they're on social media, and they go to college, and they buy into this women empowerment because they are around other women because these girls are very impressionable, and they are around women with feminist ideology, and those women, they tend to get comfortable with those women, and they listen to those women, you know, when they really shouldn't. But at that age, they're just looking for female camaraderie, and I think they buy into it. But once they get older, they realize that is bullshit, and all those friends they met in their early 20s, they end up losing. Well, it's inevitable. We're gonna get it. That's why being angry is a huge waste of time. Yeah, Mellow Bird, it is a huge waste of time. And I try to tell people, being angry is a complete waste of time. You're being angry for what? Is it going to make you a happier person? Is it going to find you that person that cares about you? My son will not be brainwashed into being an ATM for vagina. Well, that's a very good thing to know, Elizabeth. At least you're raising your son the right way. You know, having them be more aware of society and the pitfalls. That's why I'm all about men improving themselves day by day with their actions and their decisions to put themselves first. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a very good thing to do, you know? Well, I've noticed that there are young women who are willing to listen, Chanel. That's been a good thing. You know, it's been a good thing that they're willing to listen and willing to take in the information. You know, he said red pill. He will read the rational male. Okay, cool. Well, then he's gonna be set once he becomes a teenager and he starts his life. You know, before he even gets to 18 or before he even gets to college. You know, if he attends, he's gonna know this stuff, so it'll help him to not deal with a lot of the disappointment that a lot of us as young men have dealt with in regards to women. All right, well, that's it, people. That's all I have to say. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Okay, shout out to the fam and the people who hit the super chat. Much appreciation to y'all. But yeah, that's it for me. Make sure that y'all have liked the stream. Also, if you want to keep up with notifications from me, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those links are in the description. The description box below the title. Okay. I'm mostly active on Twitter because the app is open on my phone. Or you can follow me on Facebook, and I post content on Twitter and Facebook every day. So the video content is there if you're missing notifications. Like if you just go through a whole day and you don't get a notification, just know that I posted a video. So if you want to check your YouTube regularly, then I would, especially around 2 o'clock. I try to have a video up by 2 o'clock. So check the channel out, my Jada Black channel at 2 o'clock. There should be a new video up. And I usually go live around 6 o'clock on weekdays. So you should definitely check the channel if you didn't get a notification, just to see if I'm live. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. To the next one, people. Y'all take care.